Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I'm here on the show to talk about some NBA news from around two here. So, Dillon Brooks, an article here from SI.com NBA. And Rockets Dillon Brooks, he doesn't mind, being an NBA villain. He doesn't care, whatever, but he basically here said, Dillon Brooks says Memphis made him the, quote, scapegoat. What I didn't like about Memphis was they allowed that so they can get out of the woodwork. And then I'm the scapegoat of it all. That's what I didn't appreciate. And then ultimately they'll come to me now on the low as men one-on-one and tell me something. But then not defend me when everything went down. Period and quote. I mean, they're 2-9 and the worst team in the league without him. I mean, they're kind of missing most of their team. Not having, Brandon Clark, Ja Morant. Clark and Adams had season-ending surgeries. Ja Morant suspended for the first 25 games. So they're missing some of their key players. And it's not just missing Dillon Brooks. Plus, you traded Tyus Jones away. Tillman's injured. You're missing him. They're one of the worst teams in the league right now. So the team's just not good overall. But, Memphis with Dillon Brooks this season, I don't think would be that much different. But it would have been more of the same shot selection. Ultimately. But he was kind of the culture there. They just had more depth and less injuries. The problem this year is more injuries and they just don't have that depth to compete. They would probably have more fight, but I wouldn't say they would be much better. He kind of did it to himself. All his hard work brought down by an inability to back up his trash talk. But in Houston, he's played a lot better. But I'm not going to say, he was a scapegoat. He just wasn't good, simply. And they just don't have the depth with all the injuries this year. So, it's Miles Bridges. He believes that public perception of him will change if he helps the Hornets get back on track. Will it now, Mr. Bridges? Quote, I know a lot of people feel some type of way about me being back and understand that it'll be a while before I gain their trust back, so I'm just going to go out there and play. If I get us some wins, more wins, people's perspectives will change. Period and quote via Jerry donating. It's just a troll for engagement. That's all it is. Famous quote by J.J. Redick. If I get my team to at least a first-round exit, people, he's thinking, people forget, I'll be up on my girlfriend. Yeah, we don't support domestic violence here. Nobody's gonna forget. Miles Bridges. What a ridiculous comment. Basically, he's saying that winning excuses his awful action. He's being like, I dropped 22-8 to win a playing game. It's basically what he's saying, or something like that. Maybe winning can change anything, but I don't think being good at basketball will change anything. What his past actions, kind of clown behavior. He's a freaking loser. Just read the freaking room, Miles Bridges. You're a clown. So the Lakers aren't interested in including Austin Reeves in a potential Zach LaVine deal via Jovan Buha. The most likely framework of a LaVine deal was centered around D'Angelo Russell, who waived his no-implied, no-trade clause over the offseason. It also need to feature Hachimura or Vincent as an additional matching salary, another player in either the team's 2029 or 2023 first-round picks. Potentially with protections, ... end quote, be the athletic.com. The Lakers trying to trade for every NBA player available is different year, same stuff. I'm crying. Who the fuck do they think Austin Reeves is? Yes, he's a good player, but he's the third best player on 60-75% of teams, would be a third-rate piece. Okay, it must have. I'm not. My numbers are off. I may have overestimated this quickly scanning rosters. Not 60 to 75% of teams. He'd be the fifth, sixth best player on some teams. I don't know. I feel like Zach LaVine's more impactful. I feel like he's more impactful than Austin Reeves is Zach LaVine. I would do it. But the Bulls are not doing this deal without Austin Reeves. But I feel like it's the same shit where they're not want to give up. They're not want to give up Austin Reeves, but I would, because I mean I don't think he's 60-75%, third best player on most teams. But I feel like he's a good, role player. So also per Jovan Buha today via the Athletic NBA, the Lakers are expected to show some level of interest in Zach LaVine, DeMar DeRozan, and Alex Caruso. Lakers legend Alex Caruso, per Jovan Buha. Man, have the Lakers ever not been interested in a player that wants out? They're interested in literally every Bulls player. I mean, Alex Caruso would be a nice, player to trade for. So the Hornets, they've released a statement. They released a statement to Miles Bridges. Miles Bridges is eligible to return to our active roster on Friday after serving his suspension. NBA suspension. We are comfortable with Miles returning to play based on our current understanding of the facts of the recent allegations and remain in contact with the NBA as that matter proceeds through the court process. End quote. Joke of the league. John with the gun and shit like that. I think both should be suspended, to be honest. But Miles was suspended for I don't know how many games. He missed an entire year. He was suspended for like 92 games. But he missed an entire season, so I get it. 92 game suspension for Bridges. But he shouldn't be able to step on the foot onto an NBA court. Charlotte, I guess, just doesn't care about his past actions. But it doesn't surprise me. These athletes never get held accountable for domestic violence nowadays. They somehow freaking get away with it. So Damian Lillard last night finally had a great game. 37 points, 13 assists, 4 rebounds, made 4 threes, 2 steals, 9 of 18 from the field, 15 of 16 from the free throw line. So 15 points of that from free throws. But I mean, you can't blame players for getting fouled, so. I mean, it's not like you can blame it's not like you can blame the freaking player for getting foul calls. So, we got some more stuff yesterday after I didn't talk about this after the Warriors Draymond Green getting suspended for 5 games. After his after he hit chokehold Rudy Gobert. It's a 5-game suspension, but also the NBA fined Klay Thompson, Rudy Gobert, and Jaden McDaniels $25,000 each. Oh no! How will they financially recover from that? I don't know what Rudy Gobert got fined for. I mean, he ran in an escalated situation, probably is what he got fined for, I guess. Now, Draymond Green will also lose $769,970 with the 5-game suspension. Jesus Christ, he's getting a lot of freaking money. I mean, he probably doesn't care. He makes a lot of money anyways. But he probably makes a lot of money, so I'm sure he's devastated about losing $769,000. So Golden State's Stephen Curry is believed to have a sprain in his right knee. Sources tell at the Athletic at Stadium he's undergoing further evaluation to confirm the injury and exact timetable, but is not expected to miss much time. So This is the injury update from 2 days ago. He's not expected to miss much time, but he's not going to play in tonight's game against the Oklahoma City Thunder, which tips off in like 10 minutes. Stay injured, man. I don't know if I can stand and watch this team. And especially not this season, because our team outside Curry's looked like shit. But hopefully, Podziemski continues to do what he continues to do what he did against Minnesota with a great game. Daniel Theis and the Indiana Pacers yesterday were in serious talks on a contract bout, which would clear the way for a veteran big man to sign with Los Angeles Clippers, pending a physical exam, sources tell at the Athletic Stadium. So it looks like they're going to get Daniel Theis. Bad roster construction. That's all I'll say. The Memphis Grizzlies have been granted a disabled player exception worth $6.3 million by the NBA for the season-ending loss of Steven Adams. Sources tell at the Athletic at Stadium. March 11 deadline to use the new DPE. It's the kind of guy. It just means he's not able to play. It doesn't mean he's actually disabled. So yeah. That's really all I have to say for the video. So, till next time, Peace.